Hi boys and girls, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's class we are going to discuss about the switch statement, okay, which is the last branching statement. In the previous class we discussed about the nested if statement. We have what we call the nested if statement, and here I demonstrated now a program using the nested if statement, how to write the program using the nested if statement. And the problem is going to arise because of this nested if statement. What is the problem? The problem is called the then else problem. Now we want to solve this problem. How are we going to solve this problem? We are going to solve this problem with the help of the switch statement. Okay, the switch statement is similar to nested if statement. So, okay. The switch statement resolves the then else problem. What is the then else problem? The then else problem is the problem that arises with the use of many if else inside another if else. That is the nested if. So this is the general syntax of the switch statement. Okay, switch followed by the parenthesis. And inside the parenthesis, what are you supposed to write? You're supposed to write the expression. Okay, so see, the compiler is going to evaluate this expression first. Switch followed by the parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, you're supposed to write the expression. This expression is going to be evaluated first. Okay, so the expression value is always compared with the case value. Okay, this expression value is compared with case value 1, expression value is compared with value 2, expression value is compared with value 3, expression value now is compared with what? With value 4. This is going to happen. So see, after the evaluation of this expression value, what is going to happen? The compiler is going to enter inside. Now it is inside the switch statement. This is the switch board. It is in the switch board now. So see, this one is compared with this one. It will go sequentially. I told you, right, how the program is executed. The program is going to be executed sequentially. Okay, so it is going to compare this value 1 with the expression value. Suppose these are not matching, what is going to happen? It is not going to execute these statements. It is going to compare this value 2 with the expression value. If this is matched, what is going to happen? These statements under value 2 are going to be executed. After the execution of the statements under the case value 2, it is going to encounter this break statement. Okay, what is the purpose of this break statement? This break statement is going to direct the control out of this switch body. Okay, the moment the control is going to encounter this break statement, okay, it is going to be directed outside of the what? Outside of this switch body, which means case value 3 and case value 4 are not going to be executed. So only statements in case value number 2 are being executed. Is this clear? Suppose we have entered the expression value, it is going to check again. The expression value is going to be compared with this value 1. This is not matching, it's okay. It is going to check again this and this. Suppose this is not matching, it's okay. It is going to check again this and this. Suppose the expression value and value 3 are not matching. Okay, it is going to ignore again. It is going to check again this and this. Suppose this is also not matching. What is going to happen? It is going to print the statements in the default. These default statements are going to be printed if you enter the expression value which is not matching with these case values. Is this clear? The other thing that you are supposed to know, this default can be placed anywhere within the switch body. You can place this default anywhere inside the switch body. What I'm trying to say, you can write case value 1, case value 2, then here you write default, then case value 3, and case value 4 at the last. Okay, now if you write this default within the switch body, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to add the break statement. So what I'm trying to say, if you write the default at the last, there is no need to add the break statement. Okay, but if you write this default inside or within the switch body panel, what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to add the break statement. What is the importance of this break statement in this case? What is the importance of this break statement? Let's check panel. Suppose you are writing case value 1 statement is statement or statements, case value 2 statement or statements, case value 3 statement or statements, case value 4 statement or statements, default, you write default statements. You are not writing this break. These breaks are not there. Breaks in there. What is going to happen? The compiler is going to compare the expression value with case value 1. It's okay. Suppose the expression value and case value 1 are matching. This value 1 and the expression value are matching. Suppose these two things are matching. If they are matching, it means the statements under the case value 1 are going to be executed. So these statements will come. But this break statement is not there. What is the purpose of this break statement? The break statement is directing the what? Is directing the control out of this switch body. It is directing the control out of this switch body after the execution of these statements which are under the case value 1. This is not there. So what is going to happen? The compiler will go sequential. It is going ahead to execute these statements by default. It will execute everything. It is not going to compare. No need to compare now. It is going to compare only this case value 1 and this expression. Yes, this is matching. This is matching. These statements are going to be printed. But there is no this break statement. So what's now? It is going to execute everything. No need to check. So it is very important to use this break statement. Remember, this switch, break, default, and case are keywords. Break, default, switch, and keywords are what? Are keywords. What are keywords? Keywords are reserved words that have specific meaning in C program. Okay, these keywords are written in what? In small letters, please. They are written in small letters. Okay, so these are the 4 keywords that we are going to use with the switch statement. This switch statement is not terminated with a semicolon. Please, it is not terminated with a semicolon. This is not correct. Okay, this switch statement can have many cases. Likewise, here I have case value 1, case value 2, case value 2, 3, and 4. Only now you can have these case values up to n. Each case value must have the break statement at the end. Likewise, I mentioned these case values should have the break statements at the end. Okay. I also told you now the default can be placed anywhere inside the switch block. You can place the default anywhere inside the switch block. If you place the default at the end, if you place the default at the what? At the end. Okay, it is not necessary to put the what? The break statement. It is not necessary to put the break statement. If the default is at the end, if you put the break statement here, it is not going to give you error. But what I'm trying to say is this. It is not necessary. The other thing that you are supposed to know, this is going to be evaluated first. I mentioned this piece. The expression is going to be evaluated first. The switch value now is going to be compared with the case values. This expression value, this is the one that I'm calling the switch value, is going to be compared with the what? With the case values. Okay, if the case value is matching with the switch value, suppose this case value 1 is matching with this expression value or this switch value. Okay, but what is going to happen? The statements under the case value 1 are going to be executed. Now we would like to draw the flow chart. The flow chart showing the execution of this program. So here What is this? This is the switch value. From the switch value, okay, okay, please, for the sake of space, I am going to use only 3 cases. Okay, suppose you have case number 1 here, and case number 2 here, and case number 3 here. Okay, so from case number 3, what are you supposed to have? You are supposed to have the default statement. Default statements. Okay. So if it is true, if this case value 1, the case value 1 is matching with the switch value, these statements are going to be executed. So statement or statements. Again, if this is true, statement or statements, it's okay. If this is true, statements or statement. Okay. So after the execution of this switch body, I have the next statement outside. So you can have the next statement or statements. Okay, you can have many statements or only one statement. So see, if this is not true, the case is going to be checked. If this case is not true, the case can be checked. So this is the false part. This is the false part. Again, the last part, if case number 3 is not matching with the switch value, again, this is the false part. That's why we are having the default statement. So this is the flowchart. Okay, if the case value is matching with the switch value, these statements are executed. After the execution of these statements, it is going to execute the next statement. This is over. If case number 1 is not matching with the switch value, if case number 1 is not matching with the switch value, what is going to happen? Case number 2 is going to be checked. Okay, if case number 2 is matching with the switch value, these statements are going to be executed, followed by the next statements. If this is not matching again with the switch value, this is going to be checked. Okay, if this is true, these statements are going to be executed, followed by the next statement. Suppose case number 1, case number 2, case number 3, these cases are not matching with the switch value. What is going to happen? The default statements are going to be evaluated, followed by the next statement. So we are going to write a program. We would like to write a program. Okay, we would like to make a calculator now using the switch statement. Okay, we'll discuss this in the next class. Enjoy your day, boys and girls. Thank you very much.